When you're talking to a client and you're trying to get hired or you're trying to sell a product or service, there is a phrase that you can say word by word and it will dramatically increase your chances of sealing the deal. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you what that phrase is and why it works. My name is Bruno. I'm the founder at Freelance Growth Academy, where I help freelancers and small business owners grow on their career to and their path to success. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you a little trick that I use when I'm talking to clients, whether for my freelancing or for my other businesses, and I'm trying to make a sale or trying to convince them to hire me. And this phrase really changes the game. It's super simple, but you will see how effective it is, okay? And it's based on a concept called push and pull. So I have a course called Sales Training for Freelancers. The link is in the description. And in that course, I talk about different sales strategies or tricks. And one of those concepts is push and pull. So what you need to understand is when you're trying to sell something or trying to promote your services or trying to seal the deal, it's easy to come across as too pushy or too salesy. And when you do that, the clients immediately back off. They immediately start distrusting you because you sound like a used car salesman, right? So if you're a freelancer and you're trying to get hired, what I see many freelancers do is they're talking about, yeah, I'm very good at this. I can help you with that. I've worked with this and this client. I have so much success. I'm the right person for the job. So basically they're trying to promote themselves so aggressively that it comes across as salesy and pushy, and people don't like that, right? And you need to understand that on the client side, they don't like to feel like they're being sold to. They like to feel like they're making the decision to hire you because they've identified that you're the best option and not because you're just trying to sell, right? So push and pull is basically when you don't just try to push your services to the client, but instead of that, you use a little bit of pull. So basically you take away, you don't present yourself as too available or too eager, too desperate for making the sale, right? And this phrase that I'm gonna teach you in a couple seconds uses that concept, okay? And here's the phrase, okay? Grab a piece of paper and a pen or take notes on your laptop, because this is something you can say word by word and it's going to work very well, okay? The phrase is, I'm in a call with a client, I'm trying to sell them my services, they're trying to find out if I'm the right person, so I'm talking about my background, whatever, and then I say this: I'm good at what I do, and I can tell you're good at what you do. Your business sounds like you're doing well, you know your goals, you know what you're trying to do, so this is great. However, that doesn't mean we're gonna work well together. So what I would recommend is we start with a small project so we can get to know each other and see if we work well together. How does that sound? So this is the phrase, right? You can obviously change the words if you wanna just rewind a couple seconds and listen again. But basically what I say is, I'm good at what I do, you're good at what you do. That doesn't mean we're gonna work well together. So I recommend you start with a small project. Why do I say that? And why is it so powerful? It's such a simple phrase. Why is it so powerful? It's powerful because of 3 reasons, okay? The first reason is, I'm saying that I'm good at what I do. So basically I'm bragging about my skills. But I do that in a way that they can't argue. Because I say I'm good at what I do and I know you're good at what you do. So whenever you're trying to brag or compliment your own skills, if I just say I'm good at what I do, it sounds like I'm bragging and I'm just being pushy, just trying to sell, right? But if I say I'm good at what I do and I know you're good at what you do, now all of a sudden they have to agree. They can't really say, no, you're lying, you're trying to sell, because I'm saying we're both good. So it's a win-win. So they tend to agree with that mentally and say, yeah, I am good at what I do. So by definition, Bruno is probably very good at what he do as well, right? Because he needs to agree to the whole sentence mentally, okay? This is unconscious, super fast, happens in a fraction of a second. But when you say, I'm good at what I do and I know you're good at what you do, they need to agree with that, Okay, in their minds they agree with that. So that's powerful. That's the reason number one why it's powerful. Reason number two is you building a lot of trust. Okay, because when you say I don't know if we're gonna work well together, this is the pull part, right? So we're talking about push and pull. So I was pushing when I say, yeah, I want to work for you. This is the best project in my life. I want to have you as a client. Please, please, please. This is pushy. And when I say, I don't know if we're going to work well together, I'm taking away. I'm saying maybe I am not the right person for the job, or maybe you're not the right client for me. When you do that, you're immediately setting yourself apart from every other freelancer who's just trying to sell, just trying to get hired. So you don't sound desperate, okay? Immediately they can tell you're not desperate because you say, I don't know if we're going to work well together. So it builds a lot of trust. Because on the client side, if you hear a freelancer saying, I don't know if we're going to work well together, what you think is, oh, this guy is super honest. He's very transparent, very upfront. So you start trusting everything I say after I do that, right? So that's reason number two, because I'm risking losing the client by saying, I don't know if we're going to work well together, right? And the reason number three why this is super effective is that it puts me in control of the frame, of the situation. So frame is basically the context, the situation. And when you're talking to a potential client as a freelancer or a solopreneur, a small business owner, the frame, the context is they have all the power. Because they're the client, they have the money, they're interviewing several freelancers, and they're gonna choose the one that they like the most. So they have all the power, you have no power, right? That's the context when they're interviewing you for a job or for a project. Now, when I say, I'm good, you're good, but that doesn't mean we're gonna work well together, so I suggest we start with a small project. I'm proposing we downsize the project. I'm proposing you give me less money. We start with a smaller project. And if you accept, if the client accepts, we're doing it in my terms. So all of a sudden, when you do that, you're turning the tables. And now you're in control of the situation because they're not hiring you for a big project anymore. Now you're proposing a small project instead because you want to see if they're good to work with. You want to earn their trust, and also they need to earn your trust. So now they're playing in your terms. If they agree, and they tend to agree, because it's better for them, it's lower risk for them to start with a small project, right? But every freelancer, every other freelancer, they're trying to sell the big project. They're trying to get the big money. Oh, instead of just doing the website, we can also do SEO, we can also do paid advertising on Facebook, we can also do this and this. So they're trying to make more money in the first sale. What you're trying to do is the exact opposite. You're going for a small project first, earn their trust, deliver great work, build a relationship, and then you know they're gonna hire you again and again and again. So because you trust your skills and because you're so confident, you're not desperate, you end up getting the client, okay? So this is the technique that I wanted to share with you guys. However, you don't need to use it word by word, okay? You can if you want. I didn't create this, okay? This is a lot of studying and testing and experimenting. But if you want to just adapt to your words, your way of explaining it, it's fine, okay? But if you want to learn other sales techniques, definitely check out my course, Sales Training for Freelancers, links in the description, because there are tons of techniques just like this one. But now I want to hear from you. Have you tried using some sales techniques when you're talking to clients? Have any of them worked? Is there something you're wanting to try, but you don't have the courage, or you think it's not gonna work? Leave a comment below with your experiences, because I'd love to hear what you guys are doing and comment on it, and maybe even pick a few of these ideas and experiments to talk about it in this channel, okay? So that's what I had to share with you guys today. Make sure to like, subscribe to the video, to the channel, so you can always stay up to date with my content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.